one of reading for the season itself. This is how we're going to do things. This is going to be a 12 card reading, uh, 3 cards per month. So no, September, October, November, December. And before y'all come at me for adding in December, I'm going off of astronomical fall, not meteorological fall. Although this is going to be talking about the weather for fall. An astronomical fall ends around December 20th, 21st, depending on when the solstice wants to kick in. So, that's what I'm doing. That's why December's involved. Also, September's involved because, well, astronomically it starts around the 22nd, 23rd, 21st of September. So, here we go. Let's get started with September. We got 5 of Cups reversed, 3 of Cups reversed, and Hermit reversed. So, this one, because September shares, because fall shares September with summer, there's going to be a bit of a competition here. That's what I'm picking up here. The Hermit, there's going to be the flip-flop, the typical flip-flop between summer and fall throughout the month. That's going to be typical. But I think it's going to be more leaning towards summer, more in favor of summer weather than fall weather. So that's what I'm leaning here. Now, 3 of Cups reversed, and 5 of Cups reversed, actually. So, let's first go for the 5 of Cups, since that was drawn first. 5 of Cups, dwelling on things that have not worked out in the past, have drawn the 5. We're being asked to explore unconscious emotions surrounding our situation. So, if it wasn't reversed, this would be talking about, like, the fact that the heat is not going away. We're not sure when the fall's, if this is going to be a hot fall or something like that. With it being reversed, we have nothing to be worried about with this fall. Other people there's other reasons to be worried about this month, but there's not the way that you're thinking. Sure, it'll be a little hot start to the month. It already has been a hot start to the month for many. We got triple digits in my area. Like, the hell? I mean, sure, in the past, it has gotten into triple digits before in September. The record for this month is like 109, like 106, 109. And the record for October is like 96. So, we could easily get warm like that, like crazy warm. But what I'm picking up here is people are freaked out that we're going to see triple digits well into the month. I'd say after the 10th of the month, places north of the Kansas-Oklahoma border shouldn't have to worry about triple digits too much. At least east of the Rockies. West of the Rockies, it could still get a little bit warm with the mountains and the valleys. It gets weird like that. Remember in Okanagan, we easily got into triple digits like the first couple of weeks of September, like it was nothing. And it was just weird. Felt weird, but. And then by the end of September, we're wearing coats because it's cold as fuck. But, yeah. But as is, that's what we're looking at. And then the 3 of Cups talks about celebration when it's not reversed. But it's reversed. So, I'm thinking due to the rapid temperature swings that's coming in, we're probably going to have a pretty decent resurgence in severe weather. There's going to be possibly big tornado outbreaks in September. So, especially towards the end, that's what I'm picking up here. There's going to be a lot of sorrow, a lot of destruction from that. Plus, you got hurricane season, peak hurricane season. So there's going to be some issues with that. So a lot of destruction, a lot of horrors in the U.S. because of the fall tornado season and the hurricane season. It's going to go a little bonkers. And fires are going to be a big factor too. Now let's go into October. We got gotta make sure we have room. October, we got the Ten of Wands reversed, Strength, and Knight of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so Ten of Wands reversed. That's interesting that we got that with Strength. I have a feeling why that was drawn. Ten of Wands oriented to the right. When it's reversed, it's oriented to the left. So October's gonna want to hang on to summer. That's what it's leaning towards. It's pointed towards September. Okay, it's pointed towards September. That's what I'm picking up here. So with that in mind, clutch tightly represent collective mental and spiritual possessions. So the summer heat from September that's lingering in September is going to bleed well into October. October is going to have a warm start. And then what I'm picking up with these two, that will like hard switch. There's going to be a hard switch into fall. But yeah. So that's what I'm picking up. The summer is gonna bleed well into October, like till Columbus / Indigenous Day, what do you want to call that day? That's what I'm picking up. And then around the 15th, 16th of October, it's gonna be huge switch into fall. Like all of a sudden, something's gonna snap, and we're no longer gonna see 90s in my area specifically. Which is gonna be huge switch. Like big strong fronts. We're gonna get strong fronts coming through. Maybe some early winter storms in Rockies and northern plains. Maybe even northern Appalachians. So that's what I'm picking up with Strength. And then the Knight of Pentacles reversed, which is interesting here. Responsibility, dedication to hard work, and our key messages represented by the Knight of Pentacles. Accepting responsibility and reliably. Openly and reliably. Knight of Pentacles, skills of industriousness, structure, and organization. Oh, October is going to be a mess, and because of that, and summer's going to, the heat is going to try to rebound, but it's going to be a big mess. Like I said, huge fronts, and it's going to cause a big mess of weather. Big mess of, like, storms of all kinds. You got the summer storm. You still got hurricane season in October, so you're still going to have hurricanes. That's going to be a big mess. Okay, but the fronts that come through, you're going to get the severe weather. You're going to get the winter weather. With further north you go, higher elevation, you're going to get winter weather. Nasty ice storms could start coming into play. That's what I'm picking up here. So that would be towards latter October, towards Halloween. Like, Rockies is going to get hard with winter storms. That's what I'm picking up, especially Northern Rockies, possibly. I mean, this is an El Nino, so the Northern Rockies is going to be a bit drier, but this El Nino's has been pretty handicapped by the Atlantic hurricane season, not wanting to give up on its craziness. We're pretty early for getting into K. So, an L. So next we got November. 8 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles reversed, which talks about balance, so looking at more instability, and the Moon reversed. Now, we do have that solar eclipse in October. That means we do probably gonna see a lunar eclipse in November. That's probably what this is picking up on. We do have a lunar eclipse sometime in November. I have to look into it. Because, yeah, I gotta check that. But we got the Eight of Cups, and then Six of Pentacles reversed. Eight of Cups talks about attention to personal growth, move through life. So we're gonna make major progress towards like fall and winter, going into winter, and stuff like that. That's what I'm picking up here. Also, the new moon reverse seems to be popping up a lot in the storm readings, the tropical system readings lately, so that might be a factor. So we might get some late blooming storms, late season hurricanes. But yeah, back to the Eight of Cups. Beckons us to spiritual roots. So this is probably picking up like the holidays. If we start getting to holiday season. So, but, and then the Six of Pentacles reversed. Six of Pentacles talks about stability, balance, and whatnot. When it's reversed, you're looking at unstable air, like instability, unbalanced. So, this is coinciding with these big fronts that are going to power through big storms, big tornado outbreaks, big severe weather outbreaks, and with the moon reverse, you still probably get a hurricane or two. Probably still gonna get a tropical storm or two that may affect this. But again, I think this is more geared towards the lunar eclipse, which may or may not be visible in the U.S. May or may not be visible in the U.S. I'm not sure, but I think there is a lunar eclipse coming in November. But I have to look into that because you usually have a lunar eclipse after a solar eclipse and stuff like that, before and after, and/or after. And we do have that solar eclipse in October. But I'm thinking we're probably going to have a dry end to the month. Moon is associated with water because the tides. So I think we might have a dry end to the month across the U.S. And then December, Six of Swords reversed, Four of Wands reversed, and the Star reversed. So, like I said, dry end of the month, probably dry December. That's what I'm picking up here. So as we get close to the winter, so yeah, we're gonna get more winter storms. That also opens the door for more winter storms, especially in the northern U.S., where it gets colder sooner, in Alaska. But maybe in Hawaii with the mountains. But anyways, Six of Swords is usually a bad one, but with it being reversed, I'm not sure how that's gonna pan out. It's been a minute. So higher state of awareness. So people are gonna be. This is. So the lower state of awareness, when it's reversed, confronted with things that are not serving us or that we need to be more clearly and face squarely. Sometimes have situations in our lives that we prefer to overlook, thinking that we simply ignore them and make no attempt at resolution. So, when it's not reversed, I think it's rocky end to fall towards winter. But I'm thinking the transition to fall into winter is going to be a little bit more smoother than the transition from fall to summer. Well, from summer to fall. And that's going to be a whole mess. And then the transition from fall into winter, this is what we're looking at here. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit smoother at first, and then there's going to be a block. There's going to be a blockage towards the middle of the month, as we get closer to the solstice. But the blockage is not going to lead to anything climatic. Star usually means like spotlight, like people paying attention. So people are going to be more focused on winter. That's where that's and more thinking winter, not really fall. That could be a factor, but yeah, we got Four of Wands reversed. Four of Wands is usually, in my eyes, talks about like a gateway. Um, Gateway's open. Here, when it's reversed, gateway's closed. Pillars. Yeah, it represents a gateway, passageway. Invited to step. This card bids us to acknowledge the flowering of our creativity. But yeah, this is what I'm looking at here, with it being reversed. This is going to be a very interesting one. So, outside of that, that's what I got here. So yeah, there's going to be a blockage stopping the transition into winter. Like, for many of us, we may not see snow until New Year's. That's likely what I'm picking up here. A lot of us may not see snow till New Year's. Some of us may not even see frost till New Year's. So I'm thinking later than average snowfall and frost, like first frost. That's what I'm picking up, especially in the southern part of the U.S. Maybe Pacific Northwest, the West Coast in general. Plains may also be like that, especially southern plains, not so much northern plains. And then we got the star. So like I said, smoother transition, at least it looks like it's going to be, and then something's going to happen that just abruptly stops the transition to fall. And then the star reversed. The star emerges from the waters of life, so again, probably a drier end to fall. Simmering, exquisite, transcendental, and full of hope. There's not going to be a lot of hope for the winter based on how some fall ends. Like I said, drier. That could also open the door for more wildfires, especially in the west and maybe the south. Maybe even the Appalachians. So that's what I'm picking up with the star. So drier end to fall, possible issues with that, so that's where the loss of hope comes in. Star is also guide to meditation, inner blessings, and rebirth, slipping us into the waters of serenity by encouraging the mastery of a quiet mind. Ooh. So, may not have the attention, but fall's gonna go out in a bang. So that's what I'm picking up. But in all, this fall's gonna be a very rough season this year. Fall's gonna be very rough. Like, we think it's gonna be a little smooth at first, but no, this thing's gonna be honestly, this thing's gonna be a big old bitch of a season. Like, there's gonna be a big Indian summer, and then all of a sudden the temperatures plummet, it just goes crazy. But maybe, again, even when it does, I'm still thinking later than average snowfall and frost dates. Like first snowfall, first frost. That's going to be later than average for many of us. Except for maybe like New England, they might get that a little bit sooner. And maybe northern Great Lakes. That would probably be the exception. Anyways, that does seem to be it for right now. Stay safe out there. See you in the next video or stream. Bye.